Most people believe that building muscle after 60 is no longer possible, and that belief spreads quietly with age. They assume muscle building for seniors works differently or not at all. This idea has been repeated so often that it feels like a fact, but it isn't. The body does change with time, but not in the way most people think. Age alone is not what stops muscle growth. The real issue lies elsewhere. What actually changes is how the body processes nutrition and sends signals to muscle tissue. Many people over 60 keep using the same protein strategies they used years ago. Eggs, meat, and common protein sources stay the foundation, yet the response is no longer the same. That's why many ask what the best protein for seniors really is. Effort stays high, but results slow down, and frustration quietly builds. New nutritional insights are challenging old assumptions. Certain seed protein benefits appear better aligned with the aging body. In some cases, these proteins create a clearer muscle signal. This has been associated with better response, even with light training. It raises an important question about protein better than eggs, and opens a conversation about how to prevent muscle loss after 60, one that most people have never been invited into. You may feel that your body doesn't respond the same way it once did. Strength seems harder to maintain even when you stay active. Simple movements require more effort now, and recovery feels slower than expected. This change can be frustrating and confusing at the same time. You're still trying, still showing up, still doing what seems right, yet the results don't reflect that effort anymore. What once worked reliably now feels inconsistent. Progress comes and goes without clear reason. This creates doubt not about motivation, but about the process itself. You begin wondering if the rules have changed, and most people never receive an explanation for why this happens. Many people blame themselves first. They assume they're not training hard enough or eating correctly. Some push even more, hoping effort alone will fix the problem. Others quietly lower their expectations. Both reactions are understandable. Both are also very common after 60. You're told this is just part of aging. That message sounds logical, but it feels incomplete. Because deep down, you know your body is still capable of responding. You just don't know what it's responding to anymore. There's also the emotional side that rarely gets discussed. Feeling weaker affects confidence more than people admit. It changes how you move, how you plan your day, how you see yourself. You may avoid certain activities without realizing why, not from laziness, but from uncertainty. When recovery takes longer, even light effort starts to feel risky. This slowly reshapes behavior. Strength fades quietly, not suddenly, and most people never connect these dots. What's important to understand is this: you're not failing. Your body isn't broken. It's responding logically to internal changes that no one explained to you. The same inputs no longer create the same results. That doesn't mean progress is impossible. It means the system needs to be adjusted. Most people were never taught this distinction. They were left guessing, and guessing leads to frustration over time. When people finally realize this isn't a personal flaw, there's relief. The pressure lifts. Curiosity replaces self-blame. Questions become more precise. Instead of asking, "What's wrong with me?" the question shifts to what changed inside my body. That shift matters. It opens the door to understanding instead of frustration. It also prepares the mind for a different kind of solution, one that aligns with how the aging body actually works. Because there is something happening beneath the surface. It doesn't announce itself loudly. It works slowly, quietly, over years. Most people only notice the effects, not the cause. But once the cause is understood, everything else starts to make sense, especially why old strategies stop working, and why a new explanation is needed before any real progress can return. There's a process that begins quietly as the body ages. It doesn't cause pain at first, and it doesn't feel dramatic. Muscle loss doesn't happen overnight. It happens silently. Strength fades gradually, often without being noticed day to day. Because it's slow, most people assume it's normal. They adapt without realizing what's being lost. By the time it becomes obvious, the change feels permanent. This age-related muscle loss affects more than appearance. It impacts balance, stability, and everyday confidence. Simple tasks begin to require more effort than before. The body feels less reliable, even when the mind feels ready. This gap between intention and physical response can be unsettling. It often shows up first during routine activities, climbing stairs, lifting groceries, standing up quickly. What makes this process difficult is how subtle it is. There's no clear moment when it starts. Most people can't point to a specific time when strength declined. It feels like something that just happened. Because of that, it rarely triggers immediate action. People wait, hoping it will stabilize on its own, but it rarely does with the right support. If nothing changes, this silent process continues. Muscle tissue becomes harder to rebuild over time. Recovery slows further, and effort feels less rewarding. This doesn't mean the body stops responding completely. It means the signals that drive muscle growth become weaker. The body listens differently now, and weaker signals lead to weaker outcomes. The long-term impact isn't sudden disability, it's gradual limitation, less confidence in movement, less willingness to challenge the body. Independence starts to feel fragile instead of natural, not because of age itself, but because muscle is no longer being maintained. This is why prevention matters more than correction. Once awareness exists, timing becomes critical. Most people never learn what's actually causing this decline. They only see the results. They assume effort alone should fix it, but effort without the right biological signal falls short. Understanding this invisible enemy changes the conversation completely. It reframes the problem without blame or fear, and it prepares the mind for why traditional solutions often stop working.
Most people continue relying on the same nutritional habits they've always used. They increase protein intake and expect results to follow. Eggs, meat, and familiar protein sources remain the default choice. These foods worked well earlier in life. On the surface, this approach still seems logical. Protein is protein, right? But after 60, the body doesn't process these sources the same way. Digestion slows, absorption becomes less efficient, and timing matters more. The method stays the same while the body changes. This creates a gap between intake and response. You may be consuming enough protein on paper, yet the muscles aren't receiving a strong enough signal to respond. The body struggles to break down and use what it's given. What once worked smoothly now requires more effort internally. This isn't obvious from the outside. Most people never realize this shift has happened. Because of this misunderstanding, many people simply add more protein. They eat larger portions or increase frequency. Unfortunately, more of the same doesn't solve the issue. Excess protein can sit unused or create digestive discomfort. The muscles still don't get the message they need. The problem isn't quantity, it's efficiency and signaling. Traditional advice rarely accounts for this change. Most guidelines are designed for younger metabolism. They assume digestion and absorption remain stable over time. After 60, that assumption no longer holds true. Yet people are rarely told to adjust the method. They're told to try harder instead. This leads to frustration without clarity. Blaming the individual feels easy. Blaming the method feels uncomfortable. But the method is what needs to change. The body is doing exactly what it's programmed to do. It responds to signals it can recognize and use. When those signals weaken, results fade. No amount of effort can override that mismatch. Once this mistake is understood, everything shifts. The focus moves away from force. Attention turns toward how the body actually receives information. This is where the conversation changes from more protein to better signaling. Not all protein communicates with aging muscle in the same way. Some sources speak more clearly than others, and that realization sets the stage for a completely different approach. After 60, the real issue is not how much protein you consume. The issue is how clearly that protein communicates with muscle tissue.
the aging body becomes more selective about what it responds to. If the signal is weak, the muscle response is weak. This is why effort alone stops working. The body isn't ignoring protein, it's struggling to interpret it. Protein must first be digested properly. If breakdown is slow or incomplete, absorption suffers. When absorption drops, fewer amino acids reach muscle tissue. That reduces the strength of the muscle-building signal. Even if total intake looks sufficient, the message arrives diluted. The body listens, but the signal lacks clarity, and unclear signals rarely trigger change. This is where digestibility becomes critical. Easier to digest proteins create faster availability. Faster availability improves amino signal response. The muscle recognizes the input more clearly. This doesn't require extreme quantities, it requires precision. Right timing, right structure. Certain plant-based seed proteins behave differently in the aging body. They tend to digest more smoothly and absorb more predictably. This allows amino acids to reach muscle tissue with less resistance. The signal becomes cleaner and more direct, not louder, clearer, and that clarity changes outcomes. After 60, it's not about more protein, it's about the right signal. When the signal matches what aging muscle can receive, response improves. Strength becomes easier to maintain. Recovery becomes more consistent. Not because the body is younger, but because communication improves. Once this mechanism is understood, old assumptions fall away. Protein quality starts to matter more than quantity. Source, structure, and absorption take priority. This opens the door to a different kind of approach, one built around signaling, not force. And when signaling becomes the focus, systems start to form. Systems designed to work with the aging body, not against it. Once the mechanism is clear, the next step is structure. Not a single solution, but a coordinated system. This approach works as a protocol, not a quick fix. Each part supports a specific need of the aging body. Nothing is random or isolated. The goal is to restore effective communication with muscle. That requires more than one action working together. Phase 1 focuses on making protein absorption easier. The aging digestive system needs support, not overload. When digestion becomes smoother, the body wastes less effort internally. This allows nutrients to move through the system more efficiently. Better digestion sets the foundation for everything that follows. Without this phase, even high-quality input can fall short. Absorption must come first. Phase 2 is about triggering muscle-building signals efficiently. This is where amino communication matters most. Once nutrients are absorbed, they must reach muscle tissue quickly. Timing and structure influence how strong that signal becomes. A clean signal is easier for aging muscle to recognize. This isn't about intensity, it's about clarity and precision. Phase 3 supports consistency over time. Muscle maintenance requires repeated, reliable signaling. The body adapts best when inputs are predictable. This phase helps stabilize response and recovery. Instead of spikes and crashes, progress becomes smoother. Consistency replaces strain, and maintenance becomes more sustainable. What matters is how these phases work together. None of them are designed to stand alone. Each phase prepares the body for the next. When combined, the system feels supportive rather than aggressive. The body no longer feels forced, it feels guided. That distinction changes compliance and outcomes. This is why people often feel different when using a system instead of isolated tactics. The body recognizes patterns when inputs are coordinated. Response becomes more noticeable even with light effort. This isn't accidental. It's the result of alignment between biology and method. And once that alignment exists, results become easier to explain and easier to share.
Many people over 60 have shared similar experiences after applying this approach. They report feeling stronger during everyday movements. Recovery after light activity feels more predictable. Muscles seem to respond without needing extreme effort. These observations appear across different backgrounds. They don't come from one type of person. They repeat quietly in different situations. What stands out is the consistency of these reports.
People describe improved response, not sudden transformation. They mention feeling more capable during routine tasks. Climbing stairs feels steadier. Lifting objects feels less demanding. These changes are subtle but meaningful. They affect confidence as much as strength. This approach has been associated with better response to light resistance training. Not heavier workouts, not longer sessions, just more effective use of the effort already being applied. That detail matters. It suggests alignment rather than overload. The body appears to cooperate instead of resist. Another common theme is recovery. Many people report less lingering soreness. Muscles feel ready again sooner. This doesn't mean the body heals faster than nature allows. It means stress is managed more efficiently. Effort no longer feels like punishment. It feels productive. People your age are already using this approach, quietly. Not because it's trendy, but because it fits into real life. It doesn't require radical lifestyle changes. It works within existing routines. That makes it easier to maintain over time. When similar outcomes appear repeatedly, logic becomes important. Patterns suggest mechanism, not coincidence. When the same inputs create similar responses, explanation follows. This is how effective systems are identified, not through hype, but through repetition. And once logic enters the picture, curiosity naturally follows toward how this system is applied in practice. At some point, people ask how this system is actually applied. Understanding the mechanism naturally leads to that question. The answer isn't a single product or isolated supplement. It's nutritional support designed around the phases you just saw. Each element exists for a specific reason. Nothing is included by chance. Everything supports signaling efficiency. This protocol uses specific seed-based nutritional support, not because it's trendy, but because of how the aging body responds to it. These nutrients align with digestion and absorption needs after 60. They help deliver amino signals more clearly. The goal is not stimulation, it's cooperation with the body. Rather than working independently, these supplements function together. Each one supports a different phase of the system. One prepares the digestive process, another strengthens the muscle-building signal, another supports consistency over time. Together, they create continuity. What matters most is how the system feels in real life. It integrates into daily routines without complexity. No extreme changes are required. No aggressive protocols are involved. The focus remains on sustainability. This is designed to support long-term muscle maintenance. By now, it should be clear that the supplements are not the solution by themselves. They are tools within a broader structure. Without the system, they lose context. With the system, they make sense. That distinction protects against unrealistic expectations, and it keeps the focus on function, not hype. This moment isn't about pushing or persuading. It's about understanding how the mechanism is supported in practice. When nutrition aligns with biology, response improves naturally. That alignment is what people notice first, and once they experience it, their perspective on strength begins to shift toward what life could look like going forward. Imagine moving through your day with less hesitation. Simple actions feel more reliable and controlled. Standing up, lifting objects, or walking longer distances feels natural again. Strength becomes something you can count on, not explosive or extreme, just present when you need it. This kind of strength supports independence. It allows you to stay engaged with daily life. You don't second-guess your body as often. Confidence quietly returns through capability. You move because you trust yourself. That trust changes how you plan your day. It changes how you see your future. Strong after 60 isn't about looking young. It's about staying capable. It's about maintaining control over your movement and choices. It's about reducing unnecessary limitations, not through force, but through alignment. That distinction matters more with time. Now, consider the opposite path. Doing nothing keeps the current pattern in place. Strength fades gradually, confidence erodes slowly. Daily tasks begin to feel heavier, not suddenly, quietly. The difference between these two paths is not effort, it's awareness and timing. Small adjustments made earlier carry more weight later. Supporting muscle now protects options in the future. It keeps everyday life flexible. It preserves independence without drama. This isn't about pressure or urgency. It's about clarity. Understanding what's possible reframes what's acceptable. Once you see a realistic path forward, ignoring it becomes harder, especially when it aligns with how the body actually works. And that clarity naturally leads to one final, simple decision. At this point, you've seen how the body changes after 60. You've also seen that those changes don't eliminate progress. They simply require a different approach, one that works with digestion, absorption, and muscle signaling, not against them. That understanding alone already puts you ahead of most people. If this explanation made sense to you, the next step is simple. You can choose to apply the full protocol instead of guessing. The nutritional support that aligns with this system is already available. It's not hidden or complicated. Access is straightforward. To keep things clear and organized, the supplements that support this protocol are linked in the first pinned comment below. That's where everything is explained in one place. You don't need to search or piece things together. Just review the information when you're ready. Move at your own pace. This is not about chasing dramatic change. It's about protecting strength, confidence, and independence over time. Small, consistent decisions matter more now than ever, especially when they're aligned with how your body actually works. That's where sustainable progress comes from. If this explanation helped you see things differently, leave a comment saying, "I choose strength." That simple action reinforces your decision. It also helps others your age find this message. Community matters more than people realize. You're not doing this alone. And before you go, make sure to like this video and follow the channel. That way you don't miss future content designed for healthy aging and strength after 60. Check the first pinned comment whenever you're ready to explore the protocol. Clarity leads to action, and action, when aligned, leads to strength.